Hello and welcome back to the channel, or if you're new, welcome to the channel. I'm Tom and this is the TMP group. Today is Saturday. It's the 15th of January 2022. We've got a good one for you today. We're going to talk about dividend stocks. We're going to talk about how to build a dividend portfolio that we can calendar. I'm going to give you 12 examples of stocks that pay dividends every quarter. So you can set up a calendar to where you are getting paid a dividend once a month, every single month from these individual stocks. So 12 stocks, we're going to divide it by 3 for the amount of months are in a quarter, and we should be getting paid by 4 of these stocks every single month. Now the dates do vary from time to time, but they stay pretty close. So hopefully you buckle in, grab a pen and paper, like what you hear today. If you do like what you hear today, feel free to give me a big thumbs up. Doesn't cost anything. It's going to help us with the YouTube algorithm, and it will help provide this content to more people who are looking for it, and even bring it back to you. I do plan on doing some more series of dividend stocks. I've had quite a few of our followers and members ask about dividend and the dividend plays we have for 2022. Guys, we are going to make a ton of money in 2022. There's no doubt that the market's going to have its ups and downs, but if we're in the right position and we're in at the right time, we can still make a ton of money. So that's what we're here for. Let me tell you, I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. No members of the TMP group are so. We're just individuals looking to generate and create generational wealth that we can pass on to our kids, our children's children, so on and so forth. I don't come from a wealth chain, so I have to start my own wealth chain. And I will pass that on to my children, teach them, and hopefully they'll continue to pass it on. And maybe after 3 or 4 generations, we'll have some wealth. Right now, we're going to build. I want to show you how to create a portfolio, like I said, that will pay you month over month just on dividends. And I'm going to do it with different stocks than I did before. I have done several dividend videos, but they haven't been in what I would say trendy or popular trades. And I wanted to dig in and find some that we're all aware of. Also some growth stocks that we can get into, that we can fit into this calendar. Now, when I talk about a calendar, I like to create an Excel spreadsheet or put it on Google Docs and then dollar cost average into these stocks as much as I can. If you are not with a broker that allows you to dollar cost average, there is a link down below to Webull where you can DCA and buy fractional shares. There's also a link to Robinhood where you can buy fractional shares. My main account is TD Ameritrade, and the TMP's main account is TD Ameritrade. Okay. That being said, real quick, what is a dividend? A dividend is a percentage of the profits that a company makes. Rather than reinvesting that money into the company for growth, they pay their shareholders. Typically, they're companies that have a history, and I like to look at companies that have a history of paying dividends and increasing their dividends and not cutting dividends. So let's jump right in. Like I said, I'm going to give you 12. You may want to pause this, grab something to write this down with, or save the video and come back to it later. Because if you don't have a portfolio, this will point you in the right direction. But you can do it on any stock that pays a dividend. Just follow the trend and follow the quarterly payments to know when to get set up. All right, so I'm going to give them to you in groups of 3s because each stock will pay out 4 times a year. And I like to start with the one that pays in January, and that's going to go every 3 months. And then we'll move on from there. So the first one I want to talk about is Nike. Nike is a very relevant company, not only here, but also in China and throughout the world. It's seen growth year over year, and it's also seen a great dividend year over year. It's not the highest paying dividend, but it pays a consistent dividend. Nike starts its dividend payments in January, pushes its next one out in April, and then it pushes its next one out in July, and then October. So those 4 months, that's Nike. The next one is Apple. Trades under ticker symbol AAPL. And Apple's dividend payments typically will come out in February, so 1 month after Nike. So we have February, and then we have May, we have August, and November. That's Apple. The third one in this group is 3M. Open your kitchen drawer, you'll find 3M products in there. We all use 3M. Take a look at 3M. 3M has been paying a steady dividend year over year. They've been increasing their dividends. And 3M's dividend pattern starts during the calendar year in March. So it pays out in March, it pays out in June, it pays out in September, and then it pays out again in December. Okay, so we have 3 stocks right there, each one paying out 4 times a year. We've hit every single month. Now let's look at another group of 3. The next group of 3 is pretty simple. It's FedEx, Starbucks, and the NASDAQ. And again, you can put any stock that you want in here. You can go online, you can go onto Google, and you can look your company up, find out if it's a dividend payer. If it is, find out when it pays its dividend, and then just put it on your calendar and make sure that you have coverage for all the months. So Starbucks is going to follow, FedEx will follow the same trend line that Nike did. It'll pay out in January, it'll pay out in April, it'll pay out in July, and pay out in October. So now I've got double coverage. I've got Nike and FedEx paying out at the same time. And then move on to Starbucks. Starbucks starts in February during the year for their expected payouts. And then they pay out in May, they pay out in August, and they pay out in November, following basically the same lines as Apple. 2 very different stocks, but I want to get paid from both of them. And then the third one is the NASDAQ, trades under ticker symbol NDAQ. NASDAQ will start and follow what 3M did, and it will start us off in March, it'll pay in June, it'll pay in September, and then pay in December. So now we have 6 stocks paying us 4 times a year, and we have every single month covered twice. Let's go on to the next 3. The next 3 are very popular dividend stocks. The first one is Pepsi or PepsiCo, and PepsiCo is going to follow Nike, and it's going to follow FedEx, starting in January and ending in October. Let's move on. Procter & Gamble, ticker symbol PG. Procter & Gamble, another one that's a consumer product company. We've got a lot of Procter & Gamble in our house. Just go pick up your shampoo bottle. You probably find Procter & Gamble symbol on the back there. So it does continue to grow, and it also follows the same trend line that Apple did and that Starbucks does. It's going to start us off in February, and it's going to pay its last dividend of the year in November, and every quarter in between. And then the last one on this list right here, or for this third, is waste management. So regardless of how the economy is, good or bad, up or down, people are still going to have trash. Waste management is still going to be around picking up our trash. Waste management, great growth year over year, good dividend, solid dividend. We don't have to worry about them cutting dividend. They're going to round us off for this this third, and they again are going to follow the pattern that starts in March and that ends in December and then pays every quarter in between. So now we have 3 sections or 3 separate sets of 3 stocks. So we have 9 stock. Each one of them is paying us every quarter, and we have every month covered through the year. And that's what we're looking for. Let's put our 4th group in here. Last but not least is ADP, ticker symbol ADP. And ADP is going to start us off in January. They're going to pay us in April. They're going to also pay us again in July, and then pay us in October. So they'll follow Nike. AT&T, number 2 in the 4th group. AT&T will start us off in February. It'll follow Apple's trend. And then the last one is BlackRock, trades under ticker symbol BLK. Now, BlackRock will start us off in March, and it will end in December. Once again, 12 stocks, 12 months. We have 4 stocks paying us every single month of dividend. You can add more to that. You can go less. I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend building your portfolio to where you have at least 12. And guys, you can substitute those. Let me give you some substitutions. For example, if you wanted to substitute for Nike, maybe you want to throw Coke in there. Strong dividend player. Trades under ticker symbol KO. Follows the exact same pattern. If you wanted to substitute 3M, maybe put Microsoft in there. It's a tech play. Follows the same trend and the same months. Let's say that you wanted to throw Lowe's in there. Very good, strong dividend stock. I like Lowe's. I like the year-over-year growth for Lowe's. And Lowe's would have the same pattern as Apple. Okay, I wouldn't substitute for Apple. Maybe I would come down and look on my Apple pattern and see, Starbucks is on there. Procter & Gamble is on there. It doesn't matter. What matters is that we invest. What matters is we take our time. We research the stocks. Don't take my word for it. Don't take just anyone's word for it. But set up a calendar, get on a schedule, and watch the dividends roll in. I need at least 4 stocks to pay me every single month. Month 1 through 12, January through December, every single year. I don't have to buy a ton of the shares of the stocks to make an impact, but I do need to be consistent in my buying. And that's why I like to dollar cost average, even if it's fractional shares. If a stock costs $500 and you only have $100 to invest in it, it's okay to put the $100 in. You will still receive a dividend return based on your percentage. All right, I am going to throw out over the next 30 days, probably 4 or 5 more dividend videos. Along with my other growth plays, my other investments for 2022. I like to come at you at least once a day, Monday through Friday, sometimes twice. And then on the weekends, cover something like this. This is a long weekend. We have no trading on Monday. It's Martin Luther King Day. But we do have some great football. As you can see, my Raiders, they lost today. They're out of the playoffs. Happy to see that they made it that far. Disappointed that they're not making it further. There's always next year. Being here in Arizona, I will also be cheering on the Cardinals. Hopefully, if you've made it this far in the video, drop me a comment. Let me know if you're into the NFL, you're into the playoffs, and looking forward to the Super Bowl champion and who your team is. Also, leave me a comment on what dividend plays you like. I'm always looking for new ones. I learned so much from those of you that comment in and ask me about different stocks or different ETFs that I'm not involved in. And so I do appreciate you guys. Leave the video a thumbs up, subscribe and share. Most importantly, commit yourself to making an investment in yourself, invest in your future, invest in your family, whatever that is, whoever that is. Don't delay, get started. And if you're in right now, give your portfolio a second look. Are you in the right plays? Are your plays making you money? Are your positions making you money? Am I investing or am I gambling? There is a difference. And there's nothing wrong with speculative plays, but make sure the majority of your money is in something that is strong and growing over time. This is my opinion only. I would never tell you what to buy, but I will tell you thank you, and I do hope to see you on the next video.